This is Lumi's GH5, the OG original one, and do you think people should still buy GH5 in 2026? That's the question. That's what we're going to find out today. If you look at this camera, it was announced and launched in January 2017. GH5 is like the go-to for everyone that have been in the industry when it comes to documentary filmmaking. A whole lot of people break into this also for wedding filmmaking. This mirrorless hybrid camera creates wonders. This camera in its youthful age, you can't see this camera with serious filmmaker that will not have this with Sigma lens 1.8, 12 to 35mm with metal bone speed booster. And when you combine that three together, you have a beast of a machine camera in your hand. Today, GH5 has been the camera that paved the way for your other manufacturer to see what a mirrorless camera in DSLR body can do. The wonder that they can perform. Do you think this camera still stands its ground 2026? I will say yes. If you buy this camera in 2026, trust me, your money will be well spent. Now, let's talk about the downside of this camera. And the obvious one is going to be the autofocus. This camera is very terrible in autofocus, very terrible. If you are not moving too much and you're able to dial in the autofocus very well, because there's a number to it that you can dial, and it's going to be nailing your focusing on you or whatever you're doing, 90% out of time is going to get it right. But to some people that are getting into the industry, they can't work on this camera because this camera is not built for them. This camera is built for people that can rat focus. It's built for maybe crew member that you can slap focus motor on this and someone else can be doing that for you. Talk about taking picture with this. I've taken a couple of pictures with this camera and they are very beautiful. They are nice. And when you talk about making film with this camera, come on, you can't beat it then. So, can I still recommend this in 2026 for people? Yes, I can. But who are those I can recommend this to? If you are just getting into this industry, you don't want to invest too much of your money. If you pick GH5, you're going to be doing corporate, probably corporate headshots. You're going to be doing corporate interview, or you're going to be doing documentary filmmaking. You don't want to push too money into it right now, and you need a camera you can get started with. I would still recommend GH5. If you can slap in a good lens, you can have focus. When it comes to wedding filmmaking, yeah, I shoot a lot of wedding with this bad boy, a whole lot of wedding. Just be sure that you have a glass that is really wide open, because when it comes to wedding, probably if it's at night, the lighting is going to be really bad. So you need a wide lens with a metal bone with this, and you will be fine. Now, when we talk about a camera that is ahead of its time, it is because of what this camera packed in. This is one of the cameras that can give you that 24 frame per second like cinema mode. To top it all, yeah, this camera can shoot anamorphic, and actually you have anamorphic stabilization in this camera. Now, talking about stabilization, tell me that camera in 2017 that can give you the stabilization of GH5. I don't think so. Yeah. So this is a camera that's kind of released ahead of its time, still doing well till today, still hold its ground till today, and whoever is getting this camera either used, the money will be well spent because this is a camera that will not disappoint you. Now, let me say this clearly before you make this mistake. If you want to learn how to manipulate camera, maybe GH5 is for you. If you want to learn how to focus or shoot in manual mode, GH5 could be that camera for you. If you're getting into this industry and looking for something to play with, to learn with, take out, take a whole lot of beating, you can throw in the dust anywhere in the mud, GH5 will be for you. But if you are the type that you just want to set and shoot, then I will not recommend this camera. You should be ready to learn. If you're using GH5, be ready to learn. This is a camera you want to use to learn how you can manipulate image. GH5 is still one of my favorite camera. I like the portability. I like that, you can take it anywhere and you'll be fine. When you are talking about feature ahead of its time, GH5 happened to be one of those cameras that come with dual SD card. You can record simultaneously on both cards. GH5 happened to be one of those cameras that will give you unlimited recording. That will depend on your card capacity. This is one of the cameras that you can use that can give you a long-lasting battery. One of the cameras in 2017 that will give you full HDMI connection if you're trying to, hook up monitor. That's one of the camera that will do that. And to top it all, Panasonic make a tremendous upgrade with this, that you don't need external recorder when you're doing your audio, that you can record directly to this camera with the help of what I'm using right now. You see, with the help of this device, this audio device, that you can just put on the cold shoe mount, and you don't need external audio recorder. You can record directly and bake that record on GH5. It's one of the first. So GH5 happens to be one of those cameras that is rugged. It's one of those cameras with flip out screen that you can rotate. And that being said, when you look at GH5 today, you are looking at a camera that happens to be the template that other camera cannot look then and use in building down. Yes, till today, can you imagine from 2017 that this camera is shooting 4K? And we have some camera after that couldn't even do 4K with body and lens stabilization, anamorphic stabilization. Also, to top it all, this is a hybrid camera with the opportunity for you to take still image. Yeah, this can take good image, good picture that you will be very, very happy with. GH5 is a camera ahead of its time. Until now in 2026, it's one of those cameras I would recommend if you're getting into probably, documentary and you need camera you can learn with, that can give you all those benefits of learning manually. So if you want to pick one, just look for one that is not too beat up, that you can learn with. So when you look at this camera, a lot of people see the sensor of this camera to them to be a negative. When you look at the sensor, this is micro photo sensor. It's very small. It's going to be very, very struggle when it comes to low light. And that's why you want to slap in metal bone and a wide lens to compensate for that. But the benefit of this is that you can have this small lens. This is 45 to 175. You see this small lens kind of make everything compact and you can still reach very far. Probably if you are the type that like to shoot sport with your kids, you can just put very small lens on this thing and still get ahead of way, 45 to 175. Also, another positive about that micro photo sensor is that if you put full frame lens in this, do you know it's going to double your focal length? Yeah, it's going to double your reach. If you have a full frame lens of 50mm and you slap it on this with metal bone, that gives you 80mm reach. And that's a positive to some people. Also, it made the camera so compact. And at the same time, trust me, this is one of the camera that is very easy to adapt with any lens. When I bought this camera, what I did is that I go for a whole lot of vintage lens. Yeah, this happened to be one of them. This is one of my vintage lens. If you look at it, this is prime vintage lens, all right? And this one is a 40mm 1.8. 40mm 1.8. If you put this here, you open it wide, you get stupid bokeh. You get a blurry background if that's what you're going for. So I have a couple of these. I have this in 35mm 1.8. I have 50mm 1.2. I have 55. I have 35, 55, 40. I have a couple of these vintage lenses that I use with this Panasonic. And they give me if you want to look at the quality, they are so creamy, so dreamy. You won't believe those shots we're taking with GH5 because of all these vintage lenses. So I'm going to advise you, if you are buying Panasonic, yes, you can get all these automatic lens, but we still encourage you to go for vintage lens if you can pick some up on eBay. They are very cheap, $70 to $120, and they will give you wide open aperture that you can use to practice in learning filmmaking. It is better for you to know the ins and outs, even though you're going to be shooting automatic later. Learn the in and out of shooting manual. It kind of gives you that grounded understanding of how filmmaking working. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me on this Panasonic GH5, and I'm going to be doing a couple of videos very soon that will be teaching people about the nook and crannies of camera, how you can get your exposure right, how you can set your camera, the situation of things. In any situation that you find yourself, what can you do to compensate, to nail your exposure? Those are the things we're going to be talking very soon, and other things. If you don't want to miss out of that, I encourage you to subscribe to be part of this channel. And if this one right now gives you enough information about GH5, please like and share this video. Let others know about this. All right, so I'll see you on the next one, guys. Stay blessed.